Hi, my name is Alyssa, and I'm in a group with both Haley and Xavier to solve a problem known as we are moving into a new home and getting internet that is not protected from any threats, leaving us and all of our devices at risk. So we have come up with a PowerPoint, securing home internet and the solution. So this is our solution. We have come up with multiple steps to form a bigger solution, so let's go ahead and get started with solution number 1. Number 1, do your research and make sure everyone in your home is security aware. Researching online methods of being aware of all threats online can really help make people aware of the risk online and how to avoid them. Be sure to sit down with everyone in your home and go over all of the proper usage ways of using the internet. Many resources are also available online. Now, resources being available online is going to be the case for a lot of these because a pro for some of these steps to our major solution are going to be, maybe you're not very tech savvy and don't know how to do some of these things, such as firewalls, VPNs, all that stuff. There are videos, there are resources out there, and there are technical representatives, so that is a pro to the con. Solution number 2, always make sure that your devices are up to date and working properly. Having out-of-date equipment can put you and your data at risk. Periodically check for updates and be sure that you complete them. This will keep your data safe, and don't use faulty electronics as they can be easy to hack and allow others to steal your data. Therefore, always make sure that your devices are up to date and working properly. Keyword working properly, because obviously if you have a device that is not in the best condition, it's going to be a lot more susceptible to hacking and things like that if it's out of date, or you get the gist. Solution number 3. Back up your data periodically on an external hard drive. Creating backups is a critical step in computer maintenance to protect your data in the event of system failure or file corruption. This assures that all critical data will be recoverable. Create a backup copy of your data and do this regularly. Store it somewhere other than your main workplace if possible. That way, if there's a break-in, fire, flood, you don't lose anything. You're using an external device as your backup, you'll need to encrypt it. It's also a good idea to store it in a lockable cupboard or room if you can. Therefore, back up your data periodically on an external hard drive. Step number 4, practice good password usage. All of your devices should be password protected. Being password protected helps ensure that others cannot get on your device and have access to your sensitive data that can be used against you. Good password usage should also be used for any website or software that will host any type of data from you. Create a strong, complex password that is different for each login. That way, you can be assured that your information is protected. So, don't choose a password that's 1234 or your birthday. Solution number 5, turn on your router firewall. Example of a techie solution. So don't forget there are representatives available to help you and videos. There's lots of things out there that are good usage that can help you learn how to do this stuff. So solution number 5, turn on your router firewall. Most wireless routers are preloaded with excellent hardware-based firewall options. A good firewall helps to prevent unwanted traffic from entering or leaving your wireless network without your knowledge. A firewall has the ability to control the entry point of the system and prevent virus attacks. Depending on the type of virus, the cost of damage to your system caused by a virus attack may be immeasurably high, and you want to avoid that. So, solution number 6, update your router's firmware. Your router's firmware is an incredibly important piece of the secure network connection. Most wireless routers don't auto-update their software, so you must do it manually. Firmware updates provide bug fixes and technology improvements that lead to a better overall Wi-Fi experience for the family. So if you want that better Wi-Fi experience for your family, update your router's firmware. Solution number 7, limit access to your wireless network. Avoid giving people you don't know access to your home network. The more people who have your wireless network credentials, the higher the risk of your data falling into the wrong hands. As obvious as this solution might seem, it needs to be practiced in every household because anyone can download illegal files on your Wi-Fi, and if someone has a virus on their device, it can transfer over to yours, or any tech-savvy individual can easily snoop on connections to see what exactly you're doing or looking at on the web. A guest network can be very effective in this situation because they work identically to regular network usage, except it gives visitors a separate connection and keeps them off of your primary Wi-Fi network. Solution number 8, Use a virtual private network, otherwise known as a VPN. This creates a more secure connection. A VPN provides an encrypted server and hides your IP address from hackers. VPNs also act to protect your identity while using public or shared Wi-Fi. Data is a lot more likely to be kept private from prying eyes as well as hackers when using a VPN. They act as an intermittent service between you and your host site. VPNs are one of the best security tools on the market. Use a virtual private network, VPN. Solution number 9. Turn off your Wi-Fi network when you leave home. Simple as that. Turning off a device when it's not being used improves network security. It's kind of like locking your doors when you leave home. When network devices are not online, they cannot be targeted by hackers or Wi-Fi war drivers. And lastly, solution number 10. Turn on Wi-Fi network encryption. Wireless encryption secures your wireless network with an authentication protocol. It has to have a network key or password when a user tries to access it or connect their device or devices. Encrypting scrambles the information sent through your network. This obviously makes it more difficult for hackers to get personal information. According to experts, WPA3 is the most secure Wi-Fi encryption choice. It is the most up-to-date as far as wireless encryption protocol. Encryption is one of the most reliable ways to safeguard your online privacy or security. So those are all of our steps to our big solution, or all of our mini solutions. There are pros and cons to all. First, I will list some cons and then I will list the pros. First, you may forget one of the steps. Some of us are forgetful. We have busy lives, but a pro to that is going to be obviously set a reminder. And a lot of this is manual too. Like I said earlier, you can manually, like my phone manually updates. I have it manually in my settings where it automatically updates. So that is a pro to that. You can set that up so that it's, like I said, automatic. You don't have to remember to update things, get your storage backed up, set a reminder. Lots of pros, lots of solutions to that one. So also another con, learning curve on understanding how to work routers and firewalls. I think I also may have answered this con in the beginning as well. There are lots of technical representatives, lots of resources out there such as YouTube videos that can help you, teach you. So another con, could be difficult to get others to be as serious about it. Family meetings. That is one thing that could really help with getting your family to be more serious about it, explaining to them the dangers of if your personal data gets out there, the consequences, and how scary and difficult that can be for someone. Obviously, talking about that with your children and your family on why these steps are so important, such as simply turning off your Wi-Fi when you leave home or not giving everyone your password. Very important. Also, another pro to this is you're going to gain knowledge on technology and you're keeping yourself and your family or people in your home safe and secure. So, big one there. Our solution and why. Overall, we believe that in order to keep your home safe from hackers and prying data eyes, multiple steps must be taken in order to do so. There will be pros and cons to every situation and solution, but safety and security are definitely worth every tiny hassle. We chose both physical and technical steps, creating a big solution to solve the home security problem. These steps will be implemented by first conducting a family meeting to discuss the dangers of not following the steps that are to be taken in order to achieve the solution. Educate others in your home on how to technically follow these steps, such as learning how to regularly back up your stored data or how to turn on and off the router when nobody is home. Also, speaking with technical representatives on how to install VPNs and firewalls. These are important steps in order to achieve this solution and solve this problem. Security criteria. I think hopefully you can see that decently. There we go. Security criteria, 5 out of 5. But that's everything from Alyssa, Haley, and Xavier.